Oh, it's all a bit wild. I don't know. I'm just like overwhelmed. So basically, you snap back and you see a young Donna living her life and meeting these guys, and you basically begin to understand just the relationships that she had with these three incredible men and how she ends up on the island. Oh my God, I have no idea. I do know that I had the most incredible opportunity to like study her and watch her and gain from the most sensational character that she created of Donna Sheridan, and I just tried to capture even an essence of what she did and hope that, you know, people would believe that my Donna would grow into such a magnificent woman.
Well, I loved the first movie, and I thought it would be fun to play Meryl's mother. That was given to me because of the storyline. It's what happened to Fernando and me a long time ago in Mexico, so it made perfect sense that was it. It was part of the script. First of all, I think it's about being free and having fun. And sometimes in this day and age, it's hard to do that. But it's just fun, you know, it's just fun, and you are part of it. They're having fun, we're having fun, and the audience is having fun.
Oh, we've been looking forward to this very much. Keely and I, we were together, the joy of making this film 10 years ago, and last summer is very much part of our family life. Our sons have grown up with Dad singing and dancing and being in spandex. This is a joyous film. Anybody who goes into the theater unhappy will come out extremely happy. The movie delivers. Well, Sam has been, it's actually 5 years in the story, but Sam has been on the island and he is making a go of it again. He's looking after his daughter. He is the father, but so is Harry and so is Stellan. And so the curtain goes up and we're ready to open the hotel, and therein hangs the story. Well, I sing SOS again, but I sing it a cappella. And Benny was very clever and made it very simple and easy for me. SOS is a war horse of a song for any man who's not a singer. But I gave it best effort last time, and this time round it has this beautiful poignancy within the context of the story. Angel Eyes is a gorgeous song. My Love, My Life at the end of the movie is gorgeous. It really is a joyous piece. Oh, Super Trooper was incredible, yes. The day that I was there, I said to my mom, I said, let's have lunch, my mother. And then they called me into work, and it was about 12 o'clock. I said, well, come on down to the studio anyway. I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'll get you a ham sandwich. And we went in, and there was Cher. Cher was singing Super Trooper. It was really magnificent. And everybody had brought their mothers, their fathers, their boyfriends, their girlfriends to watch Cher sing her song. Joy, pure joy. Joy, laughter, tears. It has a very strong emotional punch to it. It really grabs you as soon as the curtain goes up. There's new songs and there's old familiar songs. And you have a young cast who are just impeccable and brilliant. Lily James, incredible, amazing. Amanda has come back 10 years on, and she is a young actress, as a woman, as a mother. So it has a deep resonance for her, for the rest of us. There you go, that's it, folks. Enjoy it.
I know, can you imagine? It feels like we're in Greece and we're in London. What happened to London? Where's the rainy weather? I'm delighted. We're having a premiere and it feels like we're on an island. Oh, about 3 husbands later. 3 husbands, 10 love affairs later, she's still looking for a husband. I know, even more. I do almost everything with Julie Walters. Cannot tell you what a privilege it is. She's simply a great lady. And while we were making the movie, she was made a dame. So we sang There's Nothing Like a Dame to her the day after she arrived on the set. It was great. I miss Julie. I love her. I love her. Because we had so much fun the first time. It was like a love affair. It was like summer camp. And to just it's a miracle the cast was able to clear its schedule, its collective schedule, to do it again. And I think the sequel is enchanting. I think people in this dark, dark time that we're living through are going to love to escape onto a desert, onto a Greek island with all these beautiful performers. And I got to sing, of course I got to sing Dancing Queen and Super Trooper, but I got to sing 2 ABBA songs that I wasn't that familiar with, Angel Eyes and I've Been Waiting for You. And they're both beautiful songs, and I sing them with Julie and Amanda. Because it's optimistic, it's life-affirming, it's sexy and sensual. It's like ABBA music. It makes you feel good, but it takes you to a place of emotion and depth and the depth of relationships. But it's joyous, it's not cynical, and we're living in very cynical times. So I think it's a gift to the world right now.
I feel like we're under the Westway. Is it the Westway? It's a Hammersmith flyover, isn't it? Yeah, no, Hammersmith flyover. But I've never seen the Hammersmith flyover being underneath it. It looks so amazing and beautiful. And I'm very excited for everyone to see this film. Well, you find, I think in the last film they go off together into the sunset and go travelling to discover the world. And then in this one, sadly, you see what life often does with work and ambition and wanting to further your career. They've both gone on their separate journeys to sort of, I suppose, gain experience. And what's lovely is we then have this beautiful duet that then is a kind of realisation of actually all this doesn't mean anything without the person you love. And that's kind of our little bit, Sky and Soph's story in this. I mean, the rest of it's all the history of the girls, the women and stuff. But I was given the song One of Us, and when I read the script, I was very pleased with that because I've always loved that song. And it's very poignant in this piece because it's the moment that they discover that they want to be together and actually being apart is awful. And it was actually quite tough to sing. I had one of the most wonderful moments ever in that, but I was struggling quite a lot with singing the song. And sometimes you're in a booth and you're in a glass box and you're sort of in this dead sounding space. And Benny from ABBA came out and just told me to just sing it around the piano. And we just, and he made it sound really like it made it work. And that was a kind of magical moment to be sitting there, because you could see ABBA staring at you as you're sort of massacring one of their beautiful pieces of music. And he came out and he was really gentle and kind and just helped me work out a way in which to do it live that would make it much more appealing in terms of sound.
It's nice, and it's nice to be here, not alone, but with a wonderful bunch of actors that I've had so much fun with. They didn't trust me to carry it all on my own, so they brought in a younger and fresher person to play me as young. No, it's the same character, it's the same island, and it's the same people, but it's just more fun. We've been waiting for 10 years, and they were very smart because nobody wanted to do one just to sort of profit for the profit or the money. So they had to have an idea. They had an idea when they called and said, "Would you like to come again?" I just say, "Yeah. If everybody else is coming, I'll come," without reading the script even, because it's such a fun bunch of people to hang with. Oh, it's wonderful, but it was like 10 years hadn't passed at all. I mean, we just continued where we left off. It was incredibly easy to continue. You know I can't sing, so I'm not really excited about anything, but I don't sing much in this one, so the humiliation is much less. More. They can expect more than the first one, yeah.
It's quite overwhelming, really, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so proud of this film and so proud to be a part of it, really. I feel very lucky. I don't know. I'm hoping that I've gotten somewhere close. It's a lot of watching all of her work, but I've watched all of her work since I was like 5 years old. Acorn Antiques and Dinner Ladies for me were my childhood. So, I don't know, a lot of homework basically, and hoping for the best. So it was really lovely because of all the things we got to visit in 1979. So obviously Rosie is Donna's best friend, one of her best friends, and she's just always there for her. But one of my favourite bits is that we touch on the Rosie and Bill love story really early on, and I love that setup for the rest of the story. It's lovely. Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia was huge. When I read the script and I read that we would be the ones performing it as the Young Dynamos, it just blew my mind. And I still can't really believe it happened, but it did, I think. Astonishing, aren't they? Michelle Clapton's just done the best job, and those little touches from like things that ABBA themselves wore, and then the touches that, you know, cross over in between 1979 and present day are so beautiful, and they're amazing to wear. I've never felt more empowered. It's amazing. The first 10 minutes of being around them was terrifying, but luckily they are all just so lovely and friendly, and they made it felt like they made a concerted effort to make sure that we were happy and comfortable, and that was so lovely, because I mean, you don't expect that. One day I walked into rehearsal and James Bond came over and gave me a little cuddle, asked how I was doing, and it's the weirdest day of my life, apart from today.
I mean, it's completely bonkers being here tonight. It's slightly overwhelming, but really fun. And yeah, I can't wait to... I've seen the film, but I haven't seen it with an audience. So it'll be exciting to see how it goes down. So I play a younger version of Harry, which is Colin Firth's character. And the point at which we meet him in the story, he is working in a bank in Paris, and he meets Donna, played by Lily James, and he falls very quickly head over heels, and realising he's losing his chance to seduce her, decides to try and seduce her by singing Waterloo to her. Yeah, I was very nervous doing the Waterloo sequence. I mean, the hardest part of that was learning the routine, which I had to do in a room full of, tens and tens of professional dancers who could dance much better than me. So it was, deeply humiliating at moments, but ultimately really, really fun. The choreographer, Anthony Van Last, is amazing, so it was fun. It's completely surreal being in a room with all of those people, because some of their icons, and it was very, very strange. And also when I was with them, without spoiling anything, we were all dressed in skin tight, glittery lycra costumes and platform shoes. So we like sort of giant glittery newborn foals, sort of nervous and staggering around. But it was fun. I think Mamma Mia 1 was so successful because, the songs of ABBA are just timeless and iconic, and they sound simple, but actually they're really detailed, and they sound happy, but a lot of the time there's a lot of melancholy in there, and I think they're timeless.
This is a ridiculously exciting, thrilling night. I'm so happy to be here. Yeah, it's brilliant. Look around. It's a blue red carpet. Never seen that before. I don't know. I don't know what the secret is. If I knew, I'd probably do a better job. But I think he's a fun-loving guy in real life, and his part in this film. So I think it's just a question of embracing that sort of free-spiritedness and having a sense of humour and a sense of play and adventure, really, yeah. Stepping onto the set and seeing Cher was just it was pretty star-studded already, to be honest. And then when Cher comes in and sort of ups the stakes, that's kind of... It's not every day that happens, and she's just a majestic queen, isn't she? So, thrilled to be in her presence. So, the character I play is Bill. Excuse me, Bill in his past. So we see how he met Donna. And my character, he's often sailing around, doing a sailing race. He's about to go on a sailing race, and that's when he meets her, and he gives Donna a lift on his boat. I was actually really excited about the song I get to sing in it, because I hadn't heard it before. And I think it's a banger. It's really cool. So I love doing that. What was the song? It's called Why Did It Have to Be Me? And it's pretty cool. It's pretty rocky. Yeah. It was hard work. Hate her. She's an awful actress, nasty person. So really didn't want to do it. No, I'm kidding. She was amazing. She was just a joy to work with, and we were genuinely having a lot of fun the whole time. So pleasure.
Well, it's fun. That's all I can say. It is, and the good thing is that it's a good film. You never know. If people knew from the start at the setup of making a film that it would be good, we would never see any bad films. See what I mean? There's so many bad films around, but you're always trying your best to make it a good film, and sometimes that doesn't happen. But in this case, it did, and this one is at least as good as the first one. That's how I feel about it. So it feels good. Of course I am, but it has happened gradually, So 10 years ago, we were up there, and then so it's another 10 years. sort of on a curve. I don't know if it's more or less than before, but the fact that the songs are still around and kicking is quite amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. Yeah, well, that's quite wonderful, because she was a star long before we became stars with ABBA. So all the way since she did I Got You, Baby, with Sonny and Cher, she's so good. She always was. She's done a lot of good records. She's a great actress too. And so now it's just amazing. She takes the song, becomes a Cher song, not an ABBA song, It's quite amazing. Well, the thing is, the first film has like 22 songs. We couldn't use those for the second one. And all Parker knew this. So we said, you can keep, he wanted to keep Dancing Queen and Mamma Mia, Super Trooper for an encore thing. But all the rest is stuff that was not in the first film. So it's music that people, if you're not a hardcore ABBA fan, you haven't heard those songs. And they feel good, They're good enough. They fit perfectly into the story, which old Parker made it do, or he made the story fit the song. So yeah, it feels good. I'd say the one I like the most is My Love, My Life, that ends the film, where Lily James starts off and then Meryl and Amanda Seyfried are singing together. I like that one.
It's kind of strange. It all makes me feel, how did this happen? But then I enjoy it very much, and I feel very humble, and it's great. It's so exciting, and the film is so good. I love it. It's quite different. It's two stories, a sequel and a prequel, simultaneously and seamlessly working together. And it's got dark moments, but it's basically very uplifting and happy. Yes, she's a legend, and she was an icon for us. I mean, we came in the middle of the 70s, but she was already established then. So, and we've always loved her. It's a fantastic voice, and she's made such a wonderful version of Fernando. My Love, My Life, the last song is great, and Fernando is great. When I Kissed the Teacher, lots of them that are not that well known, that are in this movie. They will be better known now, I think.